All right, y'all, this is Noah with Truck Parking Club, back with another update on the revival of our 1978 International Transtar 2. We've got a ton of great content in today's video, so super excited to share that with you guys. First, I wanted to say a lot of the team here at Truck Parking Club is out on the road and at shows spreading the good word, so they have most of our good recording equipment. So we're improvising, but we're still going to deliver some great content. First and foremost, huge thank you to Rainey's Truck Parts. We had a ton of stuff that we needed to get in order to get this truck ready for its debut, and Rainey's delivered. So we had a deadline, and we said, here's all the stuff from the stack to little pieces, and they had a ton of stuff in stock, so they were able to get it to us quickly. It's like Christmas morning over here. I've got a ton of stuff I want to show you, and then we've got even more on the way that we're excited to share. But huge thank you to Rainey's. They helped us out a ton. They can help you out too. Go to raineystruckparts.com, find whatever you need, and use code TPC7 at checkout for 7% off your entire order. That can't be combined with other orders, but there's also no expiration, so go ahead, get you something nice for your truck over at raineystruckparts.com. Also, huge thank you to Teams Fabrication here in Ringgold, Georgia. They are building some kind of custom parts for us, that just little things, super specific things that honestly might not even exist anymore for a truck this old. So they're doing great work. I picked some stuff up I'll show you today. But thank you to them. They've got some other parts too that they're working on for us. So thank you to Rainey's. Thank you to Teams. Huge thank you to Chad Keegan. The guy's on a well-earned vacation right now, but he has been working his tail off getting this truck ready. He's very meticulous. He does insanely good work, and he's taught himself almost everything he knows. So it's really impressive what he's doing, because you might not be able to see it on video, but I get to see it sometimes here when I have a chance to go out there. What he's doing is very hard, and especially a 48-year-old truck. He's just a mad scientist, making sure this thing looks absolutely beautiful. It looks amazing right now. I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like sitting in the shop next to me, but we've got some stuff. I just want to show you guys these parts first, and then, like I said, huge thank you to Chad. I'm sure he'll be watching this, so he hasn't seen some of these parts yet, but I'm excited to show them to you guys and to him. Check out his YouTube channel if you're more interested in kind of the technical side of how to revive or resto mod an old truck, because he gets into a ton of detail, great depth, shows you exactly what he's doing. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, but I'm glad you're watching anyway. So without further ado, let's show you some of these parts. So this is the rain top for our new stack. The stack isn't in yet, but I'm sure some of you, just based off the rain top, can tell exactly what it's going to look like. When we were trying to figure out what we wanted this truck to look like, we sat down with Chad, and his style, the trucks he's built, it's more that classic like time capsule look. It's what would this truck look like in 1978, coming off the factory line, running around the country, and that's what we settled on. We wanted, we agreed, we think it's going to look great, and I know it's going to look great. But it is more that classic look. We didn't do anything crazy. We didn't double stack it. We're not chroming it out. But it is going to look very cool, and I can't wait for you to see it. In the meantime, though, we also got some new mud flap brackets for the back. So these are side mounts. The original mud flap bracket stuck out a little bit from the back. So Chad let us know that if we ever wanted to pull a trailer behind this truck, those would just get ripped right off. So we're going to get these mounted, get some beautiful new Truck Parking Club mud flaps on them. In the same vein, we've got these mud flap hangers, I think they're called, that just kind of sit on the back, keep everything straight, keep it looking good. Kind of that show truck stuff, you know what I mean? The details. The devil's in the details, and we're doing our best not to miss any of them. But got the mud flaps taken care of, and then these are our beautiful chrome exhaust brackets. So these will go around the stack. holding it up, keeping everything locked in where it needs to be. These are gorgeous. Can you see your reflection in those? Because I can. I'm staring at myself. Anywho, we got 2 of those, so that's what that other little box is right here under it. We've also got, and I can't even remember what some of this stuff is. This really is like Christmas. What do we have here? Oh, these are the mud flap weights. So I'm not going to get them out of this this bubble wrap until we're ready to put them on, but you'll see those in the finished product. They'll be beautiful. I know what they look like. They're going to be gorgeous. So can't wait for you to see those. What is this box? This is our stainless steel flex tube. I believe it's for the air breather. It could be for the stack. I don't really know. Chad teaches me everything I want to know. So maybe he'll comment on this video and teach me something. But this is our stainless steel flex tube. As you can see, primo stuff. And I want to say I saved the best for last, but I would really be doing it this service. So check this out. First, I mentioned Teeb's Fabrication in Ringgold earlier. These are the original. By the way, when I say original, I don't have a clue what was on this truck when it came off the factory line in 1978. I just know what it looks like when it showed up here and when Chad got it. So when I say original, it's original to me, all right? These held up I believe it's the filter for the air breather tank. I'll put a picture on here so maybe somebody can correct me. But as you can see, they've seen better days. This one's pretty beat up. So we took these over to Teams and we said, you know, what can you do for us? And they delivered, picked these up today. Absolutely gorgeous stuff. They've got some other parts too for the stack that they are working on. So those will look amazing. These look amazing. Excited to share it. But what I'm most excited for, truthfully, this is the original top for the air breather. It might be a rain top, I don't really know. As you can see, this thing has been beat up. There's a little bit of dust on it from when Chad was sanding down the cab, but this thing has seen better days, just like those straps down there. So we got this. This is why I was saving the best for last. I mean, this thing keeps me up at night. Look at that, guys. Are you kidding me? This is what I'm talking about. This is a revival. This is the perfect thing to symbolize what we're doing with this truck, because out with the old, in with the new, keeping it classic. It's going to look amazing. Like I said, this thing is absolutely stunning. So can't wait to get these on the truck. Chad's on vacation, so he's seeing some of this stuff for the first time, but hey, we've got some great content coming up in this video for you guys. Please stay around, enjoy it. Go to Chad's channel, support him, support Rainey's. If you're ever in Ringgold, Georgia, you need some fab work done, support Teams Fabrication. Also, I got paint. I'm not going to tell you what color it is. You're going to have to stay tuned. But I learned pretty quickly that finding paint is not as simple as I thought it was. I thought I could just send them, you know, a color and they could make it happen. That's not how it works, I've come to find out, but we finally have paint. Huge thank you to Birds Automotive in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They kind of pulled off some miracles for us. First try, went and picked that up today. It looks amazing. That's not on the truck yet, but it will be soon. So like I said, probably 10 times already in this video, you'll have to stay tuned. I think that's all I've got for you here. Unfortunately, I wish I could just keep opening boxes like it's Christmas morning, but we got to get into the video. So wanted to get all my thank yous out of the way and really show my appreciation for everyone who's doing work on this truck. And when I say everyone, I mean Chad Keegan building this truck and everyone who's sending us parts for it. So thank you to Chad. Huge thank you to Rainey's. Thank you to Teams. Thank you to everyone who's watching and following along. I'll quit talking. You can watch the video.
Okay, folks, we're back here at the clubhouse, me and Noah. Today I have been mounting the rims on the tires. The first one I decided I was going to try and put it on the back, and it didn't work out because it was catching. There's a lip right here, that it was catching on, and it was down too far and it wouldn't go. Now, I've never mounted tires before. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so I didn't really know what I was doing, and I didn't realize that I shouldn't go from the back because of this lip. Now, any other wheel, it probably would have been fine, but since this is the Dayton style, it has this extra lip here. Other ones are smooth, and you would have been fine from mounting it back there. So I struggled for like 45 minutes. I went up to the office. I got Noah. We had like this much of the tire that needed to go on the front, and it wouldn't go. We're both sitting there jamming on it, lubed it up, just wouldn't work. I'm throwing spoons. I'm pissed. Ask him. I was throwing a little fit like I was 12 years old. But it's what it is. You know, sometimes that happens.
He was sweating. He was out here grinding.
I was soaking wet. My shirt was soaking wet. It looked like I pissed myself because I was sweating so bad. But I didn't. It was just sweat. So I'm going to give Noah a little tutorial real quick, and then he's going to do one because I want them to be able to be involved in this stuff. So basically all I'm doing is putting a little bit of lube on this. That way it'll slide on. I don't want too much because this thing's going to slide around on me if I put too much on. So I'm just going to put a little bit on just to get this wet and cleaned up so there's nothing on there, no dirt, debris or anything like that, because these have been sitting for a while. But I need that tire to grab because I'm a small guy and this thing's going to be slinging around on me. So go ahead and come over to, go over there and just watch. Now I've got the date code towards the inside, which is the bottom of the rim, is where it's going to go. Always put it on the inside is what the mechanics at my shop tell me. And there's a yellow dot on the side that is pointing out to show you where the valve stem is at. Once I get it up there. So see how that's just flopping around and sliding? That's why I don't put too much on there. Get over there. And of course, I don't want to work for me when I'm on camera. I'm going to start with right here and just jam my knee into it because I'm a small guy and I can't just dump it down with my body weight. So I grab the spoons, these little helpers of mine, and I'm just going to work one on the inside. Now Noah's a bigger guy, he might just be able to put his foot on the tire and jam it down. So basically I'm going to walk it forward a little bit to where I want it. I'm just going to start kicking down with my feet, trying to stand on it, see if it'll go. It's not going, so this isn't a very good instructional video. But it's sliding off. See what I'm saying about the whole slip and slide thing? So I may clean some more of that lube off because it's got too much on it for now. And then I should be able to get it to go, but I'll have to put some more on once I actually get it to where I want it. They say lube's your friend, but in my case it's not because I can never get the thing to go on any. So I'll just stick the spoon in here like this and try to work it down some. Okay, we'll get it to go some. Now I can probably add some more lube. I'm going to see if I can get this side plopped up just a skosh before I do anything like that. Get this side to go over a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to put some more lube on because now is when I want the thing to just slide on. So I'm going to take a nice handful, a healthy handful, and just stick it right in here. And then I'll grease up the front too because next it'll go on. And then when I go to actually put air in the tire, it'll also get a bubble load. So this should help it slide on. Hopefully it doesn't slide off. Now I'll have to start again because we may have to do this video over, which we probably won't, but if we have to cut things out, we will. So, spoons lined up where I want them to be. Hopefully, little helpers of mine kick that tire up just a little bit. And start working it down. Just like that. Pull this one out so it doesn't go anywhere. Hope that it stays where I want it to. Get this one go down some more. there. So now that side's on. And this side's already lubed up good enough. Do the same thing, I'll pull back. I'll stick it down right here like this. Put my knees into it. Stick one spoon right here. Start to work this side over. Take my other spoon. And I'll hold that one with my foot, probably. And then I'll just start working this one, like so. Now, I'm gonna try and get this one as far down as I can before I pull this out. And I'll keep my body weight over here. That way it doesn't go. And I'm gonna stick the spoon through my legs, just like so. Pull the back move right up through my groin. Not catch anything that's hanging low. And hope for the best. Now, peel that over just a bit. Continue to do that until I can walk this bad boy over all the way, which will be sooner than later. Okay, now bent rim. Now that I should be able to just walk this one over completely, if I'm lucky, which I might not be because it might be too much. Spoon out of there. Let's get this flex. Pull this down. Ah! Hot sucker. Sorry for the foul language. Folks. Great, keeping that thing in there either. There, that's what it is. So now, I'm gonna move this out of the way. Noah gets to grab that rim, flip it over, set it down, throw his tire on, and do just what I did. Because this one's ready for air. But I'm not gonna do it now. We're gonna wait for a minute, move the camera, and then we'll put air into it. Doesn't matter if your dots lined up or not correctly, because once you get it on, you can spin it around where it needs to be. I just use that as a guiding point where when I'm putting the lube on, I don't put it on too far. That's how it is. That's how it's supposed to go. So go ahead and grab your towel, lube it up a little bit. You don't want to get it wet. Don't do all of it. You want one spot to be tacky. That's good. Just take your towel and wipe it down in that spot. Just get it wet a little bit. So you have a little bit of bite, but you got a little bit of lube too to help you slide around. And since he's bigger, it may be a little bit easier for him to do. I don't know.
Got it sitting pretty. A little bit of tack, a little bit of lube on there. Now we're just gonna try and remember everything this guy did to get this thing on.
Okay, now that we've got those both mounted, I'm going to fill these up with air. I'm going to use the poofer. I don't even know what they're exactly called. Tire bead helper, outer, I don't know, but I'm going to hook this up the back. The compressor is going to kick on, so that's what you're going to hear for a minute, and then we'll cut you out so you don't have to listen to that the whole time. I just want to show him how you do this. That way he can see it, and the next one I'll let him do, but it may be off camera, and then we'll come back. That way he can do a walk around and we can talk about the truck, because he's gonna have stuff on this video that I'm not for my video, because I'm leaving tomorrow, and whatever I get done tonight, I'm not showing on my video, so you'll have to stay tuned for here. So that's filling up. Take this, stick it right here. That's that. I don't think he took though. Sure did. Oh, they did. Okay. That didn't work. Take two. It runs all the time. Hear that? Okay, so the bead blaster, I believe that's what it's called, just took that time, the second time, so we'll be back. I'm gonna let him do the next one, and then we'll come back and we'll show you some other things with the truck.
All right, guys, a little bit of a truck update here. Chad's got these, some of our trim pieces and other miscellaneous parts over here. He's getting cleaned up. Those are gonna look real pretty by the time he's done with them. And then this was today's big project. We actually just got done. You'll see quite a bit of footage from this. We got our new tires on the rims. So we're getting these aired up. These are our steers. We got 8 drives. Chad got these. I mean, man, once he figured it out, he was flying. So these are obviously the old ones, little death traps. But check out this tank. Good Lord. So this is what tank looks like when Chad gets a hold of it, and this is what it looks like after. So, you know, these are 48-year-old tanks. It's not going to be perfect, but hey, it's going to look pretty dang good. Look at that shine. What else have we got? Say hello to Frank. Here we go. So those rims are all cleared out of here, so that's not a problem anymore. Chad's got some of our other parts painted up. This will be the bracket for the stack, the brackets for the brackets, battery box, air breather, kit, filter, whatever it's called. And then he'll get these cleaned up, painted. I mean, they're going to look money. Fifth wheel sitting there. And here, I know y'all been waiting for it. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. He's got the cab primed, ready for paint. Hardest part about this might be getting the right paint for him. So stay tuned to see how that looks. But let me try and quit shaking here so you can get a real good look. Ooh. Chad actually learned something on this build. He figured out how to get this hub off, pull the axle out, and find the leak in the back of this thing. I'll tell you what, some magic, some mad scientist stuff right there. We got the fifth wheel plate back on. The actual plate, we got to get back up before we mount the tires on it. But pretty soon, yeah, this thing, next step, probably getting that engine painted, getting those tires on, jacking it down, and we'll let him work his magic on the cab. Look how smooth this is.
I haven't sanded that yet, so.
Look how smooth this will be.
Yeah, I haven't, since I was getting ready to do the frame, I had to do it with the weather and stuff like that. I sprayed this Saturday night, after spending like 4 hours prepping it to where I was ready to do it. And then I still have to put some body filler in some of these spots, but I didn't want to knock it down because I didn't want any dust on the frame. So then Sunday morning when I woke up, I spent like probably 4 hours getting the rest of the frame ready, making sure it was clean enough, getting all the grease and stuff off that I had to spray to get that PTO pump off and stuff like that, just making sure the frame was ready for paint. So then I spent 4 hours Sunday afternoon painting it. I started at 8 o'clock in the morning. At about 7:45, I took the air hose off the gun and just threw it in the trash because it was just a cheap Harbor Freight gun. And I could care less. It was a $15 gun. I'm not going to clean it to save it. I've got a $140 gun that I'm actually going to do the cab with. That's the only one that I cleaned. Anytime I do frames or anything like that, if I buy one of those cheap guns, I just throw it away because it's a throwaway part. But yeah, I did all the grill and everything, and I made sure everything that was black needed to be black. So later on this evening, now that we've got those mounted, I can give my bead blaster back to my buddy that I borrowed it from. I need to cover the frame up with Bisqueen, if you will, which is plastic, if some of you guys don't know that. That way I can spray the engine. I still need to cover this up so I don't get anything on it. And then I will paint the engine. And that can sit for until I get back because I'm leaving tomorrow to go up north back to the house for Valentine's weekend and hang out with my wife. No, I didn't meet my goal. Personally, I set a goal that was pretty much unachievable for one guy. I thought I was going to have more help than what I did. Didn't happen. I'm not mad about it. Neither are they. It's just what it is. It's a situation at hand. We have until the end of March to get this truck done. And basically, when I come back, I'll be able to sand the cab, which will only take me a few hours, body fill it. It'll have to sit and dry. Then I'll reprime some stuff where the body filler is, sand that down. And then as long as I have paint when I come back, I'll be able to paint the cab. It can sit for a couple days the way it is and let that dry. And then I've got this I need to sand down still and prime, along with a couple other pieces. I need to finish up the fifth wheel because I'm not done with it. I've got some special touches that are coming for it. I need to sand these down, prime and paint them. And then I probably need to finish that other tank, and then I need to polish those up. And then we've got parts rolling in left and right. So hopefully Noah's shooting that. We do have the bolts and everything for the fifth wheel, so we can knock that plate down and get that tightened up. I'll put the batteries back in. I'll get the tanks on. We've already got the straps. We're waiting on a couple pieces from fabricator across the road to make for us for the air breather and the stack, because the stack goes through two pieces to hold it because the air breather sits on the outside of the stack. So that had to be opened up since we're going with a 6-inch versus 5. And then other than that, I've just got a bunch of small miscellaneous tedious stuff to do, like the trim pieces I need to tape off. I need to clean those, tape them off, repaint some stuff black on there. And then all those breather tubes over there need polish. Those steps need polish. The tank needs polish. So basically, it's just little meticulous stuff. And then once the cab is painted and down and dried and stuff like that, I need to go in there after I get the truck put back together and completely gut that interior because there is still mouse crap and stuff in there. And I don't want to be driving that truck nor let somebody else drive that truck with that stuff in there. They could get sick. And that's usually the first thing I do, but they didn't really care about it. And, you know, I'm worried about their safety and health, especially if for some odd reason somebody needs to sleep in that truck. I want that stuff cleaned and taken care of. So it's not an issue. And then I'll do some final detail stuff on the interior and it'll be ready to go. So yes, I do have a little bit of the time, but not much. So that's why I'm in go rabbit mode instead of turtle mode. so I can get some things done, because when I come back, I just want to jam and slap this bad boy back together if I remember how.